Is the passion a little bit winding down in your relationship? Or maybe you love sex and you just want more ideas. Yes, give me more. Or maybe some special occasion is coming up and you want some creative ideas to create this beautiful, unforgettable experience for you too. Well, you're in the right place, because in this video I'm going to share with you 7 ideas for a date night so that you can feel more passion, create a beautiful, deep experience, and feel more connection in your relationship. Isn't that what you want to bring in your relationship? I'm 𝗍𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗏, a sex therapist, a leading Australian Tantra teacher, and I have a passion, super passion for sex and everything to do around sex and orgasms, and just helping people embracing their sexuality more fully. And not only that, but through unlocking their full sexual potential, also to have their sexuality spilling out in other areas of their life. Because when you do embrace your sexuality more fully, you feel more connected, you feel more alive, more confident, more radiant. Alright, let's get started with a different dates idea. 7 date night ideas. Number 1, sexual fantasy and role plays. Oh my god, they're so hot and can create so much passion and turning up the temperature in your room. I do them quite often, I would say. We love doing fantasies and role plays. One time, for instance, I role played to be my partner clients, and it was just really hot having, you know, the whole like scenario. I was called Sophia. I really like Sophia as a name. And it really awakened this kind of like novelty, and it was nice to role play that we don't know each other. We were meeting, you know, for the first time, and I was his client, and then it got hot, and then we made love on the sofa. It was just very good, very, very good. And sexual fantasies are normal, like everyone has them. We all have things that turn us on, and it's sad that we don't talk about them. So it's not weird if you have been fantasizing about something and it's actually really normal, it's common, and it's sad that it's not normalized to have open conversation, moreover in relationships, about what turns us on, what role plays we might want to do, and what sexual fantasies we really like. It's sad that we don't receive good sexual education, but you know, it's never too late to learn. And if you feel you're holding a lot of shame around your sexuality and feel like you just want to come out but you don't know how, well, in my Mindful Sexuality and Introduction to Tantra online course, I share 3 easy steps to heal sexual shame and reclaim fully your orgasmic potential, as well as many more things: how to have a full body orgasms, how to have more intense orgasms, how to have more connected sex. So if you feel like you're just scratching the surface and you would love to go deeper, that course is for you. Going back on the beautiful date night, I want to give you a tip. So try to co-create a very safe space. It could be really hard. As I said, we hold a lot of shame around our sexual fantasies. So to co-create that, I'm going to give you 3 tips. Number 1, set intention together. Share about intentions, desires, boundaries, and fears. And both of you speak those things up so that it's all out and nothing is hidden. Number 2, practice acceptance. So when your partner is sharing and talking about their fantasies, maybe they don't turn you on, but please don't share judgment. Don't share like disgust. Accept whatever they're sharing. You don't need to do it if it doesn't feel right. Never do it. But at least do not shame them for their desire. Tip number 3 is to have a conscious closing. So making sure that at the end you have a bit of a sharing. What did you love about it? What was challenging? What did you want to include in our sex life for the future? Maybe let's do more role plays. And those 3 tips will support you to co-create a safe space, because the last thing we want to have is sharing our fantasies and be shamed for it. Let's go to the next one. Number 2, eat on each other's bodies. So simply you can serve dinner on your partner's naked body and slowly eating on their body. Try to make it practical, you know. You definitely don't want to eat soup on your partner's body, but maybe sushi. Yeah, it's a little bit easier. And even if you don't want to go as extreme, you can also just put, you know, some chocolate on your partner lingam if they have a lingam and sucking it, or your partner genitals, just like loving the sucking. So you can do a full meal or simply some like appetizer Number 3, the Emperor and Empress. Oh God, my yoni is doing zoom zoom just thinking about it. It's like pulsating. So this is for you to be an emperor or empress and express what you want. I like to put a time frame like 1 hour, 2 hours, and for those 2 hours you can say what you want sexually. You can create your perfect sexual scenario. Maybe you always wanted to have sex outdoor, maybe you always want to play with dominant submission, maybe you always want to try to put on a strap on. So it's about you expressing what you want, and it shall be given. And so the other person, of course, need to check in within their boundaries if it's something they want to do, but ideally this is your time. So you express what you want. Of course, if it's out of their boundaries, you're not going to do it, but otherwise you're going to be doing it. And it's really good to reclaim your own pleasure, to reclaim speaking up, because often we feel we cannot speak up, we cannot say what we want, and we try to please the other, which is great and is lacking, you know, a part of it. Like sex is also for you, not only for the pleasure of the other. And so this gives you a great opportunity for express them and really kind of like strengthening the muscle of speaking up. And then you reverse, and so your partner will be expressing what they want, what turns them on, what they always wanted to try, and if it's within your boundaries, then you do that for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever feels right. Pro tip, try to co-create a safe space. So remember to set intention together, to practice acceptance, and to have a check-in afterwards as well. Number 4, explore tantric sex. Oh my God, if you haven't already, tantric sex is so yummy. Highly recommended. So there are a lot of things that I can share with you about tantric sex. I think I could teach Tantra for months and always, you know, have new content I want to share. However, let's simplify it and help you understand something that you can try tonight. So you can experience orgasmic breathing, which will allow moving sexual energy through your body. There are a lot of ways of doing that, but one simple and very effective way is to use 3 tools. So there is deep breathing, sounding on the exhale, and the third one is actually visualize or feel the energy moving from the genitals to the heart or maybe the third eye, so moving it and spreading it through the body while eye gazing with your partner. And that could be practiced during penetrative sex or also in dry humping, or simply like be seated in front of each other and doing orgasmic breathing without having your bodies touching. But it's amazing if you are also in your sexual play and incorporate that. And do it for a few minutes at a time. So remembering the 3 tools: deep breathing, sounding, and visualizing or feeling the energy moving through your body, as well as looking into each other's eyes. So the breath will look like that. So you breathe in together, synchronize the breathing, and enjoy the sexual energy spreading. It's so good. And if you want to dive deep even more into Tantra, and you want to, check out some tantric date night and more practices you can experience together to have more connected sex and fun in the bedroom, then my Mindful Sexuality and Introduction to Tantra, it's amazing for that. And I will put the link below as well, so that you can experience tantric sex and explore more pleasure in your sexuality. Number 5, celebrate your relationship. So you can simply take 5-10 minutes to actually say all the things that you appreciate about your relationship. And if you want to turn up the volume and making it a bit more sexy, then you can share 5 to 10 things that you find sexy about the other person. And really feel them as you say them. Try not to always have comments around their bodies or how they look, but tune into things that turn you on about them, that might be about some of the skills they have or traits in their personality. For instance, you might be finding really sexy how reliable is your partner, how they always show up, how they're there for you, and you can rely on them. I definitely find this quality sexy. If I have two people, if one is reliable and the other one is not, I find myself being more attracted to the one that is more reliable. And other things such as like wisdom, like, oh, they know so much, they always have the answer, that could be very sexy. Or it could be, oh, they're so competent in this, or they're a great musician and when they play and sing, it's so hot. So try to make it as well relatable to some of their personality traits or skills they're having, hobbies they're having that you really find attractive. And remember, you want to be honest. So don't lie, be honest, be authentic. And everyone loves to be seen, acknowledged, appreciated, and helps to feel more confident, to feel more connected, and therefore is going to bring that as well in the sex. So then if after you want to make love, you're going to feel so much more connected and also into your heart space. Number 6, dance and sex. So this is one of probably our go-to. Me and my partner have once a week a date night and we love to dance and make love. Actually, we met on the dance floor and it was a pretty damn hot dance. It was so hot that so many people from the community, it was in Melbourne, still remember the dance. Still remember it was like so much passion happening on the dance floor. And since then, we have been loving dancing with one another a lot. So dancing and then making love will support you getting into your body. Will support as well building sexiness, build more like sexual energy, as well as release stress. Maybe if you're coming from work or you're transitioning from something was a bit stressful, it helps to let go of that and move into a more playtime. Number 7, bring variety in your love making. So this is very personal and is about kind of like expanding your sexual repertoire. So one of the number 1 intimacy killer is making love in the same way. So it's great to bring fresh ideas in the bedroom. So this one is really, really personal. So depending on the way you usually make love is about changing up that. So if usually you're really slow, do a lot of kissing, doing a lot of sliding, then maybe you want to be more fiery. Maybe you want to be more passionate. Maybe you want to be a bit more animalistic. And if usually you're pretty rough and intense, maybe you want to slow down and look into each other's eyes and move very slowly. So it's about expanding the way you make love by experimenting and start with the things that you wanted to try and you haven't yet. So things that you've been thinking about it but didn't find the courage to try out. And the benefit of this is that awaken more passion by bringing variety in the sexual play, help you feel more confident by expanding your sexual repertoire, and bring more connection between you two by creating, a new experience together that can be really bonding. So personally, for instance, my usual way would be to be really sensual and be quite like more, I wouldn't say like passive, but like, be more led in the sexual experience. And I've been practicing to be the one leading more, to be the one taking more initiative. And I've been practicing to go into dominant submission and just expanding my usual way. And this is really supporting my relationship. Like I'm right now 5 years in a long-term relationship and the sex we have now is the best sex we ever had. And I think that, one of the secrets for that is actually to bring novelty and variety in our lovemaking. So those were just like, 7 ideas for a date night, and you can use them as they are, you can modify them and kind of like fit them in your own, way of making love or what works for you in your relationship. I hope that really sparks your creativity. And if you want to keep exploring your sexuality and expanding it, then you might want to join my Mindful Sexuality and Introduction to Tantra, which is a place for you to learn how to have full body orgasm, have more intense orgasm, be connected with your body, heal sexual shame, and much more. If you're ready to transform your sex life, that's the perfect place.